Hey guys, so we're with Bart here from, I always want to say Optimate, but it's actually not, that's a brand name. The company's called TechMate, and everybody's familiar with Optimate. They make the range of chargers and stuff for bikes, eh? That they've been around since,
well actually
since the
this year we've been around 25 years.
25 years, is it
yeah.
really?
So, 1995 up to 1994 we started with the production of the Optimate brand.
I remember the very first Optimate.
Yeah,
in my mind's eye I can even see the packaging of it on the
it was a great
shelf.
casing.
Yeah.
It was the first time that anybody did a fully automatic battery charger on the new type of AGM battery.
It was revolutionary. The whole plug it in and leave it thing was
so
alien, wasn't it, back in the day?
That has been the idea for TechMate when we wanted to launch the Optimate brand. And we wanted to give you guys a solution for battery charging, but it had to be connect and forget.
Absolutely.
We do professional chargers where you have to select and where you have to do whatever the battery wants you to do. But for 9 out of 10 people using this thing at home,
you don't want to faff with settings, so they just plug it in and
plug it in. We always work with this simple SE connection, and it's connect, forget, and you're done.
Fair play. So it's obviously evolved a lot since 1995. So where are we at now? What version are we on?
Well, we're actually on an Optimate 4, we're in the third version, so the third generation of the Optimate 4 model. The Optimate 3 has had 4 generations already. But we always use the same principle. These are your 3, let's say, best-selling chargers if you go into motorcycle charging. But everybody is looking for a different thing.
So the differences?
You have a budget version, that's the Optimate 1. So that will react to batteries from 4 volts, and it will actually charge and maintain any type of lithium or lead acid battery. So that's the first. It's coming out in 2019, but it's a 40 quid retail VAT included charger. Of course, we go up to an Optimate 3 and an Optimate 4. Specifics on the Optimate 4 is it has a BMW integrated program. So we can actually use, and for everybody that knows BMW, they know that all BMWs have a CAN bus system. And we can actually use the CAN bus system and use the socket on your BMW for charging.
Awesome idea.
Again, fully automatic, so you just have to select the CAN bus mode on the charger, and then as of that,
literally it plugs into the
we plug into the 12 volt socket on your BMW GS, and we use the CAN bus to charge via the battery.
That is genius.
Fair play. And then you have the Optimate.
And is this available now or not?
This has been available for I think the last 5 years.
So with that feature.
With that feature, it's called the dual program on the Optimate 4. So we have 2 versions. We have one ready for normal battery charging with a direct lead onto the battery. And then we have a specific one with the CAN bus module that is ready for use on any type of BMWs.
Fair play.
And then you have the Optimate 3. This is actually your perfect choice if you just want to connect directly onto the battery.
Somebody with multiple bikes.
Multiple bikes. We have a quad bank of that as well. So for dealers that want to maintain 4 batteries at the same time, we have a casing of 4 Optimate 3s into one charger.
So it's one box.
So it's one charger, but actually with 4 Optimate 3s next to each other.
So you took basically the internals from
internally, it's 4 individual Optimate 3s next to each other, and you can connect them to 4 different batteries.
And that's not just dealer, is it? That's people.
That's not dealer.
People with 4 bikes.
Motorcycle enthusiasts mostly have more than one bike at home.
Absolutely. What sort of price then?
So this is about 40 quid. This will be about 60. And this will be about 70. All end user pricing, VAT included.
And the 4-port one?
The 4-port one will be about, top of my head, 200 quid, something like that.
Fair play. And I can't help but notice lots of other gadgety stuff lying around.
As market evolves, so do we. So battery chargers is the main thing for Optimate. But you not only have lead acid batteries on the market, you have this complete lithium story that's coming up and is becoming more and more interesting for people. So we're actually one of the leading battery charging companies that will give you a fully adapted Optimate lithium battery charging. So this is how we educate people on lithium facts. So people know that it's a battery, it's a 12 volt system, but they don't know the specifics of lithium. But you need a specific lithium charger to charge a lithium 12 volt battery. And those are the most frequent let's say, ideas or points or facts that we can highlight. Mostly, lithium is much smaller than your lead acid AGM battery. But what that means is, in a running system, it will actually drain much faster. So if you have 2.5 amps, this is just an example, but if you have 2.5 amps in a lithium battery, that's the equivalent of 8 amps per hour on the normal AGM. They will give you 120 CCAs. The exact same thing. So they can be replaced with each other. But if you do winter stall, that lithium battery on the same system, because it's that much smaller, will actually drain or discharge 4 to 5 times quicker. So you need a battery charger on lithium 4 to 5 times quicker than you need it on AGM or gel. Second thing is voltages. A lithium battery is fully charged at 13.6 volts, as AGM is fully charged at about 12.8, 12.9 volts. So that's a huge difference. So also the charger needs to be able to see that difference on the inside. That's why the maintenance mode on lithium is specific for lithium batteries. This is the most important for you guys. Why do I have to use a specific charger? As we said, we have been making these kind of chargers for the last 25 years, but they have all been for lead acid batteries. So people that have an Optimate at home, 9 out of 10 will have one for lead acid batteries. It'll be the 4, it'll be the 3, they have been selling in huge numbers into the UK. But people that are now interested in lithium technology, in replacing that lithium battery for their lead acid battery, need to understand that using a lead acid charger is not the best way to go on a lithium battery. So they need to invest into a specific lithium battery charger. And then the last one is, actually, your system needs to be approved for lithium. Especially if we go up to cafe races and self-build units, they could have from time to time.
Is there some different smarts in the regulator rectifier? Is that what you're telling me? There's some differences in the charging program. There's some differences in the maintenance program. But the fourth step is actually testing your system. Because if you have a spiking charging system on the bike, that goes into 16 volts from time to time. I'm right in assuming that most of these lithium batteries, they've got some smarts built in, right?
So I'll show you one. So this is just a mock-up of a lithium battery. And what they have on the outside is they have this test indication. So the state of charge. So this is a fully maintained charged battery. But that's all they have. On the inside of that battery, there's a BMS, a battery management system, that will actually protect technology on the inside. So
and keep the cells in balance and that
keeping the cells in balance, but also if this battery is discharged, the BMS will open a circuit on the inside of the battery, so nothing can come inside of the battery.
So you'll have. It's critical to not drain a lithium cell.
So what you'll have on the inside,
destroy a lithium cell is to drop the voltage too much.
What you'll have on the inside is an open circuit battery that is actually dead. So if you want to recharge that type of lithium battery with a BMS, you actually need a battery charger that will first communicate with that BMS. And that will tell that BMS, okay, I'm safe to use. Please close your system so we can put a charge on the inside of that battery.
Is there an industry standard for that? It's talking through the...
It's talking, the charger, the specific lithium chargers are talking to the BMS. And it's a pulse. So it's a
pulse width modulated signal.
It's a modulated pulse, and it's exactly the same as CAN bus on BMW.
That's a standardized?
That's a standardized BMS communication protocol.
So anybody that makes these batteries, that's built into
it's built in. And if you go into the battery chargers, this is a specific lithium battery charger. That has a BMS communication program on the inside. And if this battery is discharged when you hook it up to this charger, this charger will first communicate to that battery to close that circuit again, and then you'll have a charge on the inside of the battery.
That is really interesting.
If you would do that with a normal Optimate 3, 1, any kind of charger,
it wouldn't do anything.
It just wouldn't do anything. And this lithium battery would just be as dead as it was before.
Fair play, that's good information, that. So then there's lots of other stuff
and then you guys
do.
What we do and what is becoming more and more important is we all have iPhones. We all have smartphones.
Absolutely.
But if you're riding and you want to go on a tour of a day, half a day, what most people do is they listen to music in their helmets, they have a communication system, they use the telephone, smartphone to sat nav into some ways.
All power hungry devices.
Yeah.
I've lost count of the number of USB sockets I've put on bikes in the last couple of years.
What we did with Optimate is we thought about giving everybody a safe, high quality USB charger.
Okay.
Now on motorcycles, there's 3, let's say, popular ways of communicating to a USB charger. First of all, you have the complete, there's
a fly, kill.
There's your normal SE connection. Now, this is an SE connection that is on every charger. Every charger has a battery lead on the inside.
Okay.
So everybody that has an Optimate can have this connection on the bike.
I'm right in assuming that that comes with every charger, does it?
Yeah. So inside of every box.
And it's a surface mount one like that comes.
This is a special one. So this is a panel mount. So this is if you want to do it neatly and you want to have it on the side of the bike.
The normal connection is like this type of connection.
The normal connection is just dangling on the side of the bike. That's a monitor, but this is your normal connection.
That type with a rubber cover.
Yeah, this one.
That one,
so this is on every, inside every Optimate, and you have holes to zip tie it to wherever you want.
Yeah, on a frame rail or something, or on a subframe.
If you want to do it a bit more neatly, let's say on Harley Davidsons or custom bikes or beautiful cafe races, we can give you a panel mount to neatly tuck it away. But that panel mount, if you come home, can be used to charge your battery. But en route, it can be used as a USB portal.
Right, okay.
So this is a USB charger that plugs in directly into that connection. And you have a single USB charger that can be used to charge your iPhone.
So when we're installing this, you need to consider that you might be adding an accessory because you don't want it poking out the side of a panel or something, do you?
So it's something that you will install on the outside of your motorcycle. So choose it carefully.
Yeah, choose carefully. You don't
because
want
you have...
I mean, a lot of the USB power outlets I fit, they tend to go in the bit underneath the handlebar. You've got to be careful. If you put that, the handlebar isn't going to hit it and that sort of stuff.
We talk about looking at your display. Most of the motorcycles will have some plastic on either sides, and there carefully look where you can install it. It's a small 18mm hole, and then you have a meter cable on the unit itself, and then 40 centimeters on the battery lead. So you have 1.5 meters to go from the battery into that socket.
There's some LEDs going on here. Is that reverse polarity or is that some sort of...
So this is what we talk about when we want to make it safe to use. All USB chargers from Optimate have a battery safety system on the inside.
Right.
What that means is this microprocessor will always sense the voltage of the starter battery. If that voltage drops below 12.3 volts, this will cut off charge into your USB device. Why? For us, it's more important that you can start your engine and ride off than that you have 100% charged battery so you can call
100% on your phone. At least you can ring somebody for help.
You can ring AAA, but that's it. For the rest, you're stranded by the side of the road. If you have a 60% charged phone, and you still can crank over the engine and ride off. That makes. So that's why we've looked for a safe to use, easy to use, and general.
And that's just great. You've got this, you've got a charge, you've got this hanging out the side. Just keep one of those in your.
Everybody that has bought an Optimate over the last 10 years will have this black connection.
I mean, it's genius, really. It's a perfect upsell for you guys, isn't it? Because the market's there ready.
And if you have
this connector.
This is perfect fit. And there you have a USB charger. Now, if you don't have an Optimate, or you have a BMW or Triumph, you might have a 12-volt socket.
Right.
So this is the 12-volt socket that's on every BMW GS, Triumph Tiger, Ducati Multistrada. A lot of the
everybody's
European,
familiar with it. Or most people are.
A lot of the European bikes are fitted from factory with that connection. So what we did is, those people want a USB charger as well. So we actually gave them an easy to use plug and play connector. With a double USB.
Double USB, right? Okay.
So this can charge two devices. I
was going to say, is the hardware identical internally, but obviously not because it's two. What sort of output?
This is maxed out at 3.3 amps.
Total between the two.
Right. Okay. So it's a 3.3 real amp charging power. divided within a
So
microprocessor.
you can get your 3.3 out on
You
one
can
of the
get your
outputs.
3.3 amps if you put
So
it on one
what's
output.
that? You're an Apple man, charge an iPad with that, can't you?
Apple is maxed out at 2.1.
Oh, okay.
So we're way beyond that.
Yeah.
If you use the two
Is that
portals,
Samsung Quick Charge then? Is it?
yeah,
Is that?
that's
Right,
equivalent
okay.
to Samsung Quick Charge.
Right, okay.
But the meaning of that is when you're out on a motorcycle, you mostly have your phone, and most of us young people or adventure
something else,
people
yeah.
will have cameras,
Yeah.
or they want to charge a sat nav
Yeah.
because you're using sat
Yeah,
nav.
so having two outputs makes perfect sense.
And having
doesn't
two
it?
of them on 3.3 amps of real output power is
Yeah.
perfect to
Yeah.
do that for the complete ride.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this is your BMW version, but then Triumph comes along.
Right.
And Triumph is like, okay, we're going to use that connection as well,
Yeah.
but we're going to put it next to your key.
Yeah.
So having an angled one
Okay.
might be difficult, as you said,
Yeah, yeah,
steering
yeah, yeah,
wheels.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what we did is we introduced the straight version.
Okay.
So this is your Triumph BMW version.
Okay. So
that
we
actually
are
has
talking internally exactly the same.
internally exactly
Yeah.
the same, just made it easier to
Yeah,
use for
okay.
people that own a Triumph motorcycle.
Yeah. So. It'll work on a BMW or a.
It'll work on a
it's just
BMW,
different
it'll work on
angle
an
so you
aftermarket
can-
socket as well.
Yeah.
It's just, we look at what comes onto the market on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And Triumph used that socket next to your key.
Yeah.
So that's why we made it easier for people to use our USB charger, and we just made a second version.
So talking price, what sort of money are these?
Full retail, VAT included, that's about £22.
That's a good price.
So that's a
isn't it?
takeaway price for
Yeah.
everybody that
Yeah,
has
yeah.
a GS,
And
everybody
is
that has a
Is
Tiger.
the angled one the same price?
Yeah, same
so
price.
Same price. Okay.
And then you go up to about 15 quid, I think, for the stick charger.
Okay.
But for all the people that have the Japanese bikes
Yeah.
with the bigger plug,
Yeah.
we actually made
that's
that as
a
well.
Normal. Yeah,
So that's your normal
car type.
car type
Yeah.
USB charger.
Yeah,
We made it a motorcycle version. We put a rubber cap on it,
Okay.
and we weatherproof connect one of the two outputs.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you're not using it, it's not going to be in your socket.
Yeah.
But if you're using it, one of the USB cables will be on the inside.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a weatherproof connection that you can use all the time.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, it looks quite built, doesn't it? Looks
Yeah.
quite. Yeah.
And it's with the ring, so it plugs in, so it doesn't shake
Yeah.
out when you're riding.
And again, amperage out. Is it the
Amperage is
same?
3.3 amps.
Okay.
Every
across
dual,
across the two.
yeah, across the two, connected by a microprocessor.
Right. Whoops.
So
Fair
whenever
play.
you go into a dual system, we use 3.3 amps.
Yeah.
If we go into the single stick version, we use at least 2.4.
Okay.
But we have a cable version as well. That's the 0108. So that's the one that you can put on any fairing bike,
Yeah.
racer,
Yeah.
because you have a meter cable to go from the battery into wherever you want it to
Okay.
be. And then you have a meter cable to go up to your steering wheel,
Right.
so you can just plug in your
Yeah, yeah.
USB cable into your tank bag, something like
Right,
that.
okay.
And that is also at a 3.3 amp charge.
Right.
And that's
play.
it.
Awesome.
This, for dealers and for people using the Optimate brand, is a huge extra sell-on.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a huge opportunity for upselling, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's absolutely. And then just extra wires and like
Yeah, this is the
knick-knacky
complete
stuff.
cable range because we want to give everybody everything.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different starting point. Some people only
Yeah.
have the battery to work from.
Yeah.
Other people have a 12-volt socket.
Fair play.
Other people have a big automotive plug. But we can do everything
Right,
from
okay.
every starting point.
And then can people buy directly from TechMate?
No,
Or
we
you've
always
your dealer
work
network
with
is your
a distribution network.
Okay.
So every country has their own distribution network,
Right.
and they sell on to dealers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We only communicate with dealers directly if
Yeah.
we talk about new products.
Yeah.
But sales is always going to go via a distributor.
Okay. Fair play. That is amazing. Well, thanks for talking to me.
No problem.
Really appreciate it. And there was a little bit of a conversation yesterday about some free bits and pieces to give away to some of our subscribers and stuff. So just stay tuned, and we'll have something about that.
Yeah.
Maybe something in the description, or possibly another video about it.
Indeed, you'll
Yeah.
be able to give away some USB chargers,
Yeah, that'd be
a
perfect.
lithium-specific charger,
Yeah.
and one of our Optimate
That'd
4s.
be amazing. We really
without problem.
they really appreciate it. Thank you ever so
Perfect.
much. You're a legend. Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.